Hello all, my name is Eli Nelson, and for those who don't know us, my family and I are missionaries to Papua New Guinea with Ethnos 360. And we just arrived here just a couple weeks ago, and in this video I want to show what it takes for a family of 6 to move out here. Today I want to start out with thanking you guys for all those that have been praying for us, those that have been giving, and it's just been such a blessing, and it's been obvious that there's been so many answers to prayer along our whole journey. And you'll see in this video some of those as well. And also, I want to mention the four of the things that helped us out a lot as a family to get out here. One was getting all the advice to what we need to bring, what we can get in country, and what flights to get. It helped us out a lot. Second, we had a lot of help with getting all of our stuff in our totes, all cataloged and all weighed to make sure that we would be underweight. And besides, we were able to do that close to a week before we left, which made the week before we left a whole lot less stressful, that we already had almost everything packed, and that just was so helpful. We had a bunch of people give, and we had a wish list that people got stuff that we needed to come here, and that was such a blessing. And one of the biggest things was my parents were able to fly out with us, and it just made the whole trip a lot easier when it comes to carting all of our totes around, from customs and such to keeping track of all kids. Having a 1-to-1 ratio for kids, it was just so much easier. So when it comes to our trip out here, we left on a Monday, said goodbye to family and friends, and Martha's parents and brother and our pastor in Colorado all came with us and helped bring all of our totes out to the airport. We had 14 checked totes, besides all the carry-ons, backpacks, and such that we had with us. Checked everything in and went through security, which was just switched up the week before for Denver International Airport. And so was able to get everything through, got some food at a lounge, and then we waited at the gate for our flight.
Dad,
And where are you going?
we're going to an airplane.
Yeah, we are in airport.
I'm flying to car. I'm flying to an airplane.
Yeah.
I don't want to be at the car. I want to be at the airplane.
So our first flight was from Denver to Vancouver, and fairly shorter flight. And it actually fortunately arrived a little early because we only had, I want to say, a 2-hour layover or a little less. So got some extra time to go through that, go through customs, because just abbreviate customs. The ladies at the customs helped us walk through each of the things and through the line that they had. Then we boarded our midnight flight from Vancouver to Brisbane. So it left at 11:30 p.m. It's a 15-hour flight, and with the time zone change and such, we actually arrive not Tuesday, but Wednesday morning. And so I'd say most of us, not all of us, were able to sleep a decent amount on the plane. Landed over in Brisbane. In Brisbane, we had arrived a little late, getting off the plane shortly after, going through customs, which means picking up all of our luggage and bringing it through the line. We had a very small or short layover in Brisbane, and so when we arrived at the ticket counter, so they booked us into the next flight. We got to our gate. We now had a flight with Qantas this is the flight from Brisbane to Cairns. And so we had booked a reservation with Treetops, which is a Wycliffe place for missionaries to stay. So when we arrived, picked up all of our bags, people helped us to figure out what we need to do in terms of getting the taxis to get over. We were able to get everything in over there using 2 maxis, which the maxi is around like a 15-passenger van but used as a taxi in Australia. Got to the place we stayed at. My parents took our kids to the playground that they have there, and we reorganized our stuff to make it a lot easier for our next 2 flights. So we made our backpacks a lot lighter, put them in the totes. We had extra space, but limited on weight. Got up at 4 in the morning, where we had reserved 2 maxis to pick us up, brought us to the airport. So went through security, went to our gate, got breakfast, walked across the tarmac to our plane, and all boarded to head to Papua New Guinea. So in Port Moresby, we had a lot of help from staff and strangers, bringing our totes to the international check-in counter and got that all taken care of. So we went to the domestic terminal, and after a little bit of waiting, we took friends of ours' advice to head to a hotel that we can take a shuttle that you can take us right to the hotel where they have a restaurant. And so we grabbed lunch up there in Airways. And so it was just a really cool spot to enjoy not being in airports or such. And so that was relaxing. And then we made it back over in plenty of time. But in waiting, they told us, hey, those 2 of your carry-ons, you'll have to check them. So then security, and we met 7 other missionaries with our organization, who most of them were going on our flight. And so with them until we heard Goroka. It's a decent sized walk to go from where your gate is down the pathway, tarmac, to the plane. Got on the plane and waited for a while, and it was really hot, and from there was a delay because of a maintenance issue. So after that time, they said, hey, we're going to have you get off the plane, go and wait at the terminal. So waited there. My mom got some water while I sent a message to our prayer group explaining the situation. Sent off that message, and it was around 5 minutes after we sent that message, and they said, hey, you need to get back on the plane. And so we got on the same plane. Where are we right now? Yeah, we are in Papua New Guinea. And where are we going?
Going to lunch.
We're going to home in Goroka.
No, we're going to lunch.
We already had lunch, crazy. Everything went fairly smooth. We made it to Goroka, and after getting off the plane, grabbing all of our luggage that came off, we had some help getting all the luggage off the conveyor belts, getting them on carts, and then loaded up into a couple of vehicles. It was nice to see our friends that we haven't seen in a while. And made it over to our house, and so it's been nice to trying to get settled in. Yes, it's been a big transition for us, especially for our kids. If you can pray for us as we start learning the language, and for our kids as they transition to being here in Papua New Guinea is much appreciated. We definitely appreciate all of your guys' prayers, and thank you so much.